Hello and welcome to another one of my Stellaris gameplay videos. This time after playing some Undertale for the first time and seeing how people use the term Pacifist run and stuff like that with that game, I thought it'd be an interesting idea to try to do a Pacifist run of Stellaris and see if it's even possible to win as a pacifist in the Stellaris universe. Now obviously in Stellaris wars can only be won by fighting, so it's not quite an Undertale style pacifist where you just talk your way out of every situation. But there is the pacifist ethos that you can choose, and you can choose to be fanatically pacifist, which puts your default war style as only defensive. So I'm going to do this and see how I go. Now I'm going to build a race that is purely built around the idea of being a pacifist and trying to win through getting other people to join you. Now, I'll create a new race. I'm thinking plants, because plants make a great idea for a pacifist race that'll actually spread pretty quickly, because that's what you want to do. You want to really spread yourself early on in the game to make yourself bigger, to make yourself an enticing friend to many people. Because that way they will make alliances, and potentially if you're high enough, big enough, you'll be able to vassalize them. So if I go down to my plantoids down here, this is one race, one picture that I reckon looks really cool for this sort of idea, and that's these guys here. I mean, I've got my Ents over here, that I've got another little Ent sort of race put out there somewhere. Some of these other ones look some very mean looking, gonna eat you sort of plants, so I reckon thematically this brainish looking plant would be a really cool choice. So let's go next. Species name. Now let's have a look. I'm gonna do a quick Google. Uduni. YDUN. The Udun. The Udun. One Udun, two Udun, the other Uduni. I'm not sure, even try Uduni. Named after an Icelandic Norse. Named after a Norse mythological goddess. Who is associated with apples and youth. I reckon that's a good name for my plants. Next. Okay, so they are going to be plantweed names. Fond's trunk. I think those names are the best. Now the traits. So where some things get interesting. So agrarians get more food, which they are plants, so that's kind of odd if they're eating plants, but anyway, not quite cannibalistic, but I guess we eat animals. Some of us do. None of those pesky vegetarians. Make them fleeting plants, but don't think I want to do that. Sedentary, because they're plants. They don't exactly move very much. Now that's not going to be great for spreading and stuff. I could make them, I will make them actually, not very good at adapting, non-adaptive. They like their, let's say tropical, or whatever it happens to be that I end up choosing. Now we want them to be rapid breeders, so you can spread their seed everywhere. Literally seeds, because they're plants. That is such a bad joke. Okay, agrarian. It's a possibility, because more food equals more ability to grow more people, the faster they spread, especially with the rapid breeders. Growth time is reduced, they'll just spread like wildfire, which I hope doesn't start out in any of their cities, because being plants, they'll all burn and die pretty easily. Let's see. Communal could work for plants, it's a tree grove. Happiness, but they're already going to have pretty good happiness from being pacifists and things of that nature. Other species' happiness with me is probably a good thing. Being charismatic. But let's check out. So agrarian will help with the food. It's a great idea. Technology is another good thing to improve when you're trying to be pacifist, because if you're better with your technology, then people are going to like you more if you're friendly towards them, and they're also going to not like picking a fight with you too much if you've got much better weapons than them. Conservationists would make some sense. Oops. Consumer good cost minus 20%, but I don't think I'm going to do that. What I will do though is I will make them agrarian. So they're plants that are good at growing other plants. That can make some sense. Or at least getting some sort of food, whatever it is they're eating. And the other thing I will give them is their ability to be, where is it? Very happy living together. Communal. No, it's not. I'm going to give them charismatic. So we're going to be friendly with everyone else, so that's really good. Agrarian, as I said, get their food quicker, help get more people quicker, and be able to sustain a large population. Agrarian, great for that. Rapid breeders, meaning you're getting people quicker, and non-adaptive just means I can't live on planets that aren't quite the same as mine as easily, which I don't really care too much about, especially if I could get other races to come in and join me. So, the name for my starting ruler will be, actually, let's have a look. I'm going to find another word for the word apple. Malice Pamela. So, it's going to go Malice. I'm not even sure what that part word itself means. Malice is a genus of plant. Yeah, Malice. Good. Sounds good. Malice. It means that'll have to be male. Malice sounds like a male name. Ruler title. That'll depend on the type of... Gotta be king or emperor or something like that, because this is gonna be an emperor. Emperor Malice. There will be an heir because of what it's going to do. It's gonna make him blue. I like that. And his home will look not so technological, please. Yeah, let's go like that. Homeworld, name and class. The homeworld name will be, going back to the plants and all that sort of stuff. Let's go... the family of Roscae. So let's go like that. R-O-S... oh. Rosacea. I don't know. I'm not a plant person. ROSACEAE. Star name will be the Order. No. Utocots. We'll call it Utocot. And starting solar system random, I reckon we should go with the tropical world for them. The tropical world or the continental world, and I think the tropical world looks even better. Their city appearance will be definitely plantoid, because they are plants. Now, government and ethics, here we go. So, this is where it gets to the meat of it. The fanatic pacifist nature of theirs will be set in place for sure. Now, the second one. Now, second, you can always go materialists, but that doesn't make sense for plants to me, to have all robots and crap. Egalitarian. Yeah, freedom. It's nice and all, but not very much what I'm looking for here. Xenophobic, definitely not what I want. Militaristic, cannot go with pacifistic because they're opposites, and yep. Spiritualistic, yeah, not really. Authoritarian could work. A bunch of authoritarian plants who like peace. That'd be weird a little bit, but let's go Xenophile, because these two things work really well together to make people like you and to make you get along with everybody and all that nice stuff. So, now we get 4 extra core systems for being fanatic pacifist and monthly unity plus 40%. So unity, building and getting a lot of core systems is going to be a fundamental part of my strategy here. The more core systems you have, the more direct money you get. The more direct money you get, the easier it is to build up things and just generally expand. So, Xenophile. The trust growth, great. We want to be very diplomatic and all that. So that's also cool. Now, from the different ruling styles, I'm going to be choosing Imperial. I believe it is, because when you choose Imperial, you can actually, well, you know, you can choose some pretty interesting stuff in here. You got the Philosopher King. Ruler skill levels are really high. That's, yeah, it's okay. Police State, Environmentalist, Free Haven. That's interesting. This is bringing other people in. Now that could work really well when you have allies and friends, and then, you know, expanding into your multiracial, peaceful people, which is an interesting idea. Agrarian Idle. Now this is one that I definitely want, because the farms produce unity. The more farms I have, the more food I get, the more food I get, the more people I get, the more people I get, the more planets I can get, and it just spirals out from there. The more unity, the more of these special new unity bonuses and stuff like that you can get. It is really good. So he says you cannot have the authoritarian, but you can still be an imperialist, which works. So I'm going to choose that one. And then the second one, efficient bureaucracy, is what we can get to get an extra 2 core systems as well, which everyone seems to be able to do, but this will make it like 9 core systems we can have, which is ridiculous, without even getting any new technologies or anything like that. Yodon Royal Planet States, Interstellar Yodon Kingdom. It's Yodani, but anyway. Yeah. Interstellar Yodon Kingdom. And their flag will definitely have to be green. And brown maybe? Ugh, green and brown don't look that good together. Green and gold. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Green and black. Green and green. Green and another green. Yeah. Green and blue. switch those colours around. Blue, green. Green and blue, and I want something planty. So no, don't want any of those. No, no. That looks kind of plantish, or can think of it as plantish, but no. Well. Let's go round. Round is all peaceful, so yeah. I like that one. Next. And starting weapons now. I like energy weapons, so I'm going to go energy weapons. FTL method, I always choose warp travel because the other ones are a bit more tricky, and it's always best just to keep with the basics, unless you have some tricky idea that you want to go with. So, if I go back to Ruler, Emperor, and Crown Prince, that sounds good. Ship appearance will be plantoid ships because they are plants. Blue on them. See if I change. Go back to this and make my primary color and secondary color. Switch around again. They now have green on them, which is cool. I'm going to make it actually that way because I like having green on the ships more than I like having blue on the ships. So next, so they are an agrarian ideal, efficient bureaucracy, xenophile fanatics, pacifists who are non-adaptive, rapid breeders, agrarian, and charismatic. So let's save the race. The Interstellar Kingdom has been saved successfully, and I will go OK here. And I reckon this is probably a good point to cut off this first video. So in the next video I will jump right into actual gameplay, but thanks for watching, and I will put links to the second part and my Hive Mind gameplay series in the end cards here.